Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Emerge Empowerment Session, an impromptu session, an abbreviated session, because I wanted to be able to answer some of the questions that I've been getting inboxes about, texts about, and instead of having to just keep repeating the same thing, I thought I'd just come live and give everybody an opportunity to tune in. So if you know someone who has any questions and concerns about this period of time that we are in, this extraordinary era, this paradigm shift that is taking place in the earth realm today, being November the 19th, where Pluto is now firmly settled in Aquarius for the next 20 years, then this is the place where they want to be. I want to take all of your questions and all of your comments, try and answer them, and try and give you a brief overview and some insight on how you navigate this period of time that we find ourselves in. So, those of you who are watching across all platforms, I need you to help me get the word out by sharing this live with all of your friends. Share it right now. Take a few moments in these next 30 to 45 seconds and share. Tag them in the comments, invite them to come and be a part of this live, invite them to come and bring their questions and participate. I know times seem real chaotic right now and things seem to be just out of control and like there's a whole lot of anarchy. Thing just happens. There are no coincidences. They coincide. Are you hearing me? Everything coincides with the plan, the divine plan that is time, and things may seem a little bit chaotic and crazy. You're not crazy. Things are not as crazy as they look. There is a reason behind all of what looks like chaos and confusion. So this is the place you want to be. Share this live. All of you watching me over here, share this live with as many people. Thank you for coming in. Hello, Daisy and Carolyn and Yuso, and thank you so much for coming. Hey, Booth Girl, that's my girl. I'm so glad to see you. Help me to spread the word. Share this live. Hey, Kenneth, hello. Server Girl, hello. Vernell, hello. Miss Marie, I'm so glad to see all of you. Please help me share this live with as many people as you possibly can. Invite your friends to come over. Make sure you're double tapping that screen as you come in. Let's get those likes going up. Those of you watching here, make sure you like this video as well. Watching it on the other platforms, like and share. Hello, it's so good to see you. Please identify yourself in the comments if you'd like to. I appreciate you. Hello, Toya. I knew you would be here and I knew that you would be tagging everybody. I appreciate you doing that so much. You are one of the most consistent and faithful viewers and supporters that I have. Our intentions, setting our course. Since I seem to be in such a chaotic state right now, my life is going to look like? Absolutely not. I want to tell you why you're experiencing what looks like chaos, why you are experiencing these challenges right now, why it seems like all of these things are cropping up all at one time, right as we are at the turning point, the crossroads, the paradigm shift that is taking place in the universe, affecting every mountain of influence in the global community. Why is it that I'm experiencing so much chaos and confusion right now? I'm going to answer that question. Matter of fact, I'm going to start with that question, and then we're going to talk about some strategies that you can employ to begin to set a new course for your life over the next 20 years. Now, those of you who are watching over here, I put a poll up. I want you to answer the question in the poll. Do you have a 20-year plan for your life? Do you have a 20-year plan for your life? Answer the poll. I'll give the results as we come to the end of the broadcast, because I really want to know if you have a plan for the next 20 years. Now, I didn't get a chance to create a poll over here, but I want you to ask yourself the same question. You can answer in the comments. Do you have a 20-year plan for your life? Do you have a 20-year plan? I can feel some of you already going like, 20 years, man, I'm just trying to make it through the next 20 minutes. Up through the next 20 days. You talking about 20 years, but you need to have a plan. If you fail to plan, then you are planning to fail. Okay, you need to have a plan. You need to have a strategy, a workable plan and strategy that will work for you to help catapult you and accelerate you toward achieving your highest vision and version of your life. It is important that you have a plan. Do you have a plan for the next 20 years of your life? Because the energy that has been building and is now being released into the earth is set now for you to begin to set a course for your life. There is a current that is flowing fiercely in the atmosphere throughout the universe and around the globe that will carry you downstream like whitewater rapids, rapidly toward those things that you desire to manifest in your life. Now, one way or the other, you're going to encounter and you're going to feel the effect of this current, of this flow, this anointing, if you will, this spiritual flow, this transition, this transformation. You're going to feel it whether or not you are engaging with it consciously or unconsciously. You are going to experience the effect of what is taking place as a result of this planetary movement. The planetary movement is not the cause. It is the announcement. Let me say that again. Let me say that again. Let me say that again. The planetary movement, that is Pluto now settling in Aquarius, the constellation of Aquarius, is not the cause of the shift. It is the announcement. Even the Bible says that the heavens declare the glory. The word glory there, doxia, means the mind, the thought, the imagination, the concepts of God. They declare the glory or the mind of God. They announce what God is doing next in the global community, in this three-dimensional plane of consciousness. The heavens declare, all of nature is declaring, all of everything around you is sending a message to tell you that you are in a transitional period individually, and that we are experiencing a supernatural transitional period collectively around the globe right now at this time. This is, as Dickens says, the best of times and the worst of times. Simultaneously, both of these existing at the same time, both of them in motion right at this moment. Whether it is the best or worst of time for you individually depends on the decisions and the choices that you make in this moment. Everything from 2020 up until right now has been preparing us for this moment. Let me say it again. Everything that has occurred from 2020 up until this very moment has been preparing us, signaling to us the coming of this moment. I need you to hear what I'm saying to you. I need you to tune in with your intuitive spirit and catch what I'm saying. Everything that has happened, nothing has been an accident or coincidence. Nothing has been happenstance. It's not one of those things where life is just lifing, but everything has been deliberate and purposeful, preparing humanity for this very moment that we would enter in. Now, you've heard me say before, and I'll repeat here tonight, that this planetary announcement that is taking place as a result of Pluto now settling itself in the constellation of Aquarius for the next 20 years is an extremely rare event. The last time this took place was in the 1700s. This is not something that happens every year, every 10 years, every decade. This happens centuries apart. It was in the 1700s, the 1790s to be exact, during the time of the French Revolution, the American Revolution, the Haiti uprising. There were extraordinary events that took place in the earth that shaped and changed the face of humanity for centuries that would follow. Ladies and gentlemen, this is another one of those extremely rare, powerful, and important moments, because now, centuries apart, we have arrived at this moment, this prescient moment, once again, where Pluto is taking its rest in Aquarius, signaling it is time for a dramatic, revolutionary, evolutionary change in this three-dimensional plane that we call Earth. And I'm going to try and calm it down because I can feel myself getting really hyped. And when I do that, I tend to just kind of run on and forget about the comments. So I want to make sure that I don't get too hyped, that I don't see your comments and answer your questions. Okay? So ladies and gentlemen, this rare, unique moment that we find ourselves in emits and emotes this energy, this power, this force, this anointing, this source, whatever terminology you want to use. They all really mean the same thing. It's a matter of semantics. Okay, depending upon what your religious ilk is, it's okay. Or if you happen not to be religious at all, then you don't have to worry about it. But there is this energy that is in the quantum field that is available to all of us as divine beings, experiencing and expressing ourselves as humans in this three-dimensional plane that we call Earth. This energy is in motion. It is kinetic energy. It is not stagnant nor standing still. It is accelerating and it is moving forward, evolving, growing, and increasing in intensity as we go through this period in history. As we move forward through these next 20 years, the energy will only intensify, like dropping a snowball from a high mountain. As it rolls down, it picks up velocity and speed and energy and gets faster and faster and faster, hurtling toward its final destination. Well, that's what's happening right now in our universe. There is a burst of energy that has been released, like a drop being dropped into the river, and it's creating a ripple effect throughout the globe, picking up energy and speed and velocity and accelerating through these next 20 years. And how you interact with this energy, this spirit, this anointing, this power, this force. I keep trying to use all the terminology so that everybody can relate to what I'm saying, will determine what the next 20 years of your life looks like. I want you to right now eradicate, erase, and forget about what has taken place in your life prior to now. I want you to focus on the here and the now, because all there is right now is now. You are living in the eternal moment of now. Everything that was before right now no longer is. It's just an illusion and a memory. Everything that shall be is just an imagination and a vision. But what you have is the eternal moment of now. And everything is interwoven and connected together for your good. Let me say that again. This is a biblical principle. It is a principle from the Quran as well as from the Bhagavad Gita, that everything in the universe is interconnected and intertwined and designed to work for your good. I know it may not feel like it. Some of you are in a chaotic period and it seems like things are crazy and haywire. That's the first thing that I want to address. Let me talk to those of you who are wondering and struggling in this moment, because right now it seems like everything that could go wrong has gone wrong, is going wrong. Your finances are seeming to be all up in arms, twisty-turvy and turning upside down and coming up short. Your home life seems to be crazy, chaotic, and intense, and there seems to be tension there. Your physical health, you're fighting and struggling with. It feels like your body is attacking itself. Your mental health, it's like you feel you're under so much pressure that you want to just scream, and it's like, what in the world is happening? And it seems like there is just chaos after chaos, situation after situation, circumstance after circumstance, challenge after challenge, and you're like, man, what in the world is going on? And if you are of a certain religious ilk, you'd be tempted to say this has got to be an attack from a devil, a demon, or somebody working witchcraft or roots on me. It's none of that. Okay? It's none of that. Let me say it again. I said it's none of that. I know that's not a real word. None of. It's none of that. Yes, it's none of that. Okay? There's no entity, no demon, no devil, no witchcraft, root work, or anything else that's working against you. Everything is for you. As a matter of fact, if God is for you, who can be against you? And God is inextricably, definitely, perpetually for you. God is not against you. No matter what any religion tries to convince you, God's not angry at you, mad at you, upset with you, fighting against you, beating you, punishing you, trying to teach you a lesson and all this other kind of nonsense. None of that. God is for you. And as a result of that, nothing and no one can be against you. So then if nothing is against me, it means everything is for me. So even the chaos that is happening in my life, even the difficulties and the challenges that I'm facing in this moment are somehow tied to my good, tied and tethered to a greater, bigger, better plan for my life. So then why am I having these trials, this trouble, this chaos, this confusion? Why am I having so many challenges? Because it is flashing like a neon sign. It's like a flashing red light to you that's saying you need to change course. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Listen to me very carefully. What's happening didn't just start happening. This has been going on, and now it has just built up over time and become bigger because because you ignored some of the smaller warning signs and red flags along the way, and the smaller indications that you needed to change course, that you needed to do something different, that you needed to shift your mindset, change your direction, change your words, change your intentions, change your actions, make a change in your choices and your decisions, but you didn't recognize it. You just thought it was a devil, or you thought it was life was just life, or you thought it was, it's just one of those things. No, it was trying to give you an indicator that something was off and something was misaligned, that somehow you were off the right course and you needed to course correct. You needed to make a shift. Are you hearing what I'm saying? But I thought that I was doing the right thing. It just felt right to me. Okay, it might have, but ladies and gentlemen, you have got to take a moment and recognize that what may have felt right at one moment may not be right for the next moment. Remember, you live in the eternal moment of now. So you cannot be led by what was. You have to be led and guided by what is. Oh, did you catch what I just said? You cannot just be led by what was. You have to be led by what is. There is a text in the Bible that I want to quote that is a good spiritual principle that aligns with what I just said. It simply says, when Jesus makes this, is proclaimed to have made this particular statement, man, that is mankind, shall not live by bread, that is those things that are natural, tangible, alone. He didn't say you wouldn't live by them. He said you don't live by that alone. So the tangible, the natural are necessary things, but he says that's not what you need alone. Did you catch that? It's not what you need alone. It's not negating the necessity of having those tangible bread, that tangible bread, money, housing, clothes, a career, that it's necessary. You can't live by that alone. But here's the next part, and here's what aligns with what I just told you before. But by every rhema, that is spoken word, every word spoken, uttered, oozed, revealed word, rhema. That's what that word there means. The word that is used there when it says by every word, the term that's used is in the Greek is the word rhema, which means a spoken, declared, heralded, revealed, oozed word. Something that is spoken into the atmosphere or emerges within your spirit. Watch. He said, so you don't live by your tangible attachments and things alone. They're necessary. They have their place. But he says, but you live by every revealed direction, guidance. Are you hearing me? Yes. Every spoken word that proceedeth. The word proceedeth means that continuously flows, that emerges constantly, consistently, and perpetually. So then we are not living by old stale bread. Oh my goodness. See, some of you are trying to make a meal out of stale bread. Some of you are trying to make a meal out of what was said last year, last month, last week. He says, no, you live by the rhema, the revelation, the revealing, the spoken, the heralded word that emerges consistently within you, that proceedeth from the mouth of God. The mouth of God is in you, through you, and around you, and as you, because it is the presence of God that lives in you. God is not speaking from out here. It's not sitting high and looking low, not up on a cloud with a scepter and a crown, but lives within you. And that God is now speaking consistently from within you, giving you insight, direction, and guidance for your life. Here's another text that aligns with that one, that same principle. That it says that in all of your ways, listen to this, you should acknowledge God, and God will direct your path. Acknowledge God how? By going inward and listening to the voice of God that is emerging and constantly flowing and speaking from within you. It is speaking from within you. The voice of God is always constantly speaking. The question is, have you positioned yourself to hear what God is saying right now in this moment? Not what God said to you last year, last week, last month. Not what God said to you 10 years ago. What is the Lord saying right now? Here's another one from the Bible. Principle, spiritual principle and truth. That the Spirit of God, the Comforter, or in the Greek, the Paraclete, that is the presence of God incarnate, will lead and guide you into all truth. Wait a minute. That's in St. John 15. Wait a minute, because it doesn't stop there. It says the job of the Paraclete, the presence of God within you, is to lead you and to guide you, not to force you, not to push you, not to drag you, not to tie you up and to chain you and make you come along, but to give you leadership and guidance, unctioning you. How many times have you said to yourself, something told me not to do that. Something told me to go this way. Something told me not to go there. You know, I felt something in me kept saying that this wasn't right. But I ignored it and did it in a way I should. Man, something told me. That's the Spirit of God within you. That is your intuitive knowing from the soul, because the soul knows many times what the mind has yet to comprehend. Trying to unction you, give you a little nudge toward the direction that you ought to take. You always have the answer right inside of you. You simply have to position yourself to listen and hear what your spirit is saying so that it can direct you in the path and down the road that you should take. But wait a minute, because the text doesn't end with that. The Paraclete, the presence of God within you, does not only lead and guide you into all truth, those things that are true for your life, but it goes on to say, and it will show you things that are to come. Did you catch what I just said? I said that the presence of the all of everything, the presence of God within you, the Spirit of God that lives in you, through you, and as you, not only gives you that unction, that nudge, that leading and guiding into those things that are true for your life, but it will show you things that are to come. That you are never left in the dark. You are never left not knowing. You are never left without an option of knowing exactly what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. That's right. I said it. You don't have to get a guru, a prophet, a seer, a psychic, or anybody else to tell you. You have the answers loaded and coded within your DNA, in your spirit, if you just will attune to your own intuition and listen to the voice of God that is constantly, perpetually proceeding, that is speaking from within you and giving you guidance, as well as allowing you to know what's coming ahead of you, to prepare you. Now, come on. I need some honest people in here. I need some honest people, especially those of you who are going through chaotic times right now. I need you to be honest. Be honest with yourself, even if you can't be honest with anyone else. You saw this coming before it got here. You had a sense that it was coming. You know it was coming. You knew it. You knew when you made the decision that it wasn't the right decision, and yet your pride wouldn't have let you go back and admit that, no, this is the wrong thing. I'm going to do something different. Instead, you just said, I'm going to tough it out. No, I believe God. I believe it's going where my faith tells me this. Okay, and now you running into the wall and you bumping your head and you keep hitting it and keep hitting it. Oh, the devil trying to stop me. No, it ain't the devil. You the devil. You the devil that's trying to stop you. You're the weapon that's formed against you. That's prospering. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You're the one. You're the cause. You are the cause because you knew, you've always known, you could feel it on the inside. You could feel it down in your belly. You could feel it as soon as you took the first step in the wrong direction. Something inside of you like, this ain't it. This ain't it. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You convince yourself because it's what you wanted in the first place. You let your personal preference get in the way of hearing what the Spirit was trying to say to you. Ooh, Lord have mercy. That one right there stung a little bit. I know it. You let your personal preference get in the way of what your spirit inside of you was already saying to you. You don't need a preacher. You don't need a prophet. You don't need a bishop. You don't need a pastor. You don't need a guru. You don't need a psychic. You don't need a seer. You don't need a clairvoyant. You don't need anybody else to tell you. You know. You know just as sure as you know your name. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You know. You know. As a matter of fact, there were times when the prophet spoke to you that you knew good and well what they were saying wasn't it. It wasn't it. It didn't align with you. It didn't resonate with your spirit, but you went on ahead and fell out anyway. Yeah. And then tried to follow it. And when it didn't work, then you wanted to get mad at the prophet. Well, you were the one who weren't listening to your own spirit. You weren't listening to the Spirit of God within you. Nobody can reveal what's going on in your life better than the Spirit of God that is inside of you. You really want to know what God has for you? You really want to know what the next move is? Listen to the Spirit of God that is within you before you listen to anybody else. Everybody else is just there for confirmation. But the actual information emerges from within. Prayer day in the morning. Look at here. What I just said right there. Let me say it again. I said everybody else is just confirmation, but the actual information has to emerge from within you. Period. Period. I said it. I know I'm gonna make a whole lot of my preachers mad, boy. A lot of the preacher prophets and everything else, because he trying to just say that we're not necessary. You're very necessary. But I'm telling you that you are not the progenitor and you are not the initiator. The initiator, the progenitor of it all, the genesis of it is the Spirit of God that is within man. It is the Spirit of God within you that is the source of your direction, of your guidance, and giving you insight as to what's coming in your life. And because God has shown you something for your life, please don't in your arrogance now go out and try and impose it upon everybody else. The Lord spoke to me and told me X, Y, Z, and I'm telling you that y'all need to do. No. That's what God told you to do. Don't turn around now and try and tell everybody else that that's what they need to do. Oh, goodness. Don't even get me started on that one right there. Some of these apocalyptic nonsenses that are being kind of shouted over the internet. I'm just like, Lord, y'all better quit listening to these old crazy folk. If God hadn't spoke that to you, ignore them. I didn't say demean them. I didn't say demean them. Don't demean them. Don't debate with them. Don't engage with them. Just ignore them. You're like, okay, well, yeah, that don't apply to me. That might be for them, but that don't apply to me. And keep it moving. Okay? So I'm telling you that all of these things that are happening chaotically in your life are a big flashing neon sign trying to tell you it's time for you to change course. If it don't work, if it don't fit, don't force it. There it is. If it don't fit, You keep trying to fit this square peg into a round hole, and it don't fit. Quit trying to force something to be that doesn't fit. When it's for you, it'll flow smoothly. There might be a tiny bump in the road, but you will flow right into it. But when it starts blowing back on you and falling back on you and everything is falling apart and everything is crumbling, you need to listen. You need to listen and hear what your spirit is trying to say to you. It's trying to get a message to you that this isn't for you. They isn't for you. This situation, this circumstance, this thing is not for you. Release it. Let it go. It's time to repent. That is reprogram, reconstruct, reconfigure, turn, and head in a different direction. Change your mind. Repentance is not about apologizing. It's about changing your mindset. Change your mind so you can change your direction, because you can't change direction until you change your mind. You change your mind, you change your words, you change your choices. You change your mind, you change your words, you change your choices. You change your choices, you change direction. You change direction, now you're walking in a different path with a different outcome and a different experience. Why do you keep repeating and keep trying to force something that is obviously not for you? How many times you gonna go back to that relationship? How many times you gonna keep trying to launch that same thing or do that same work that has failed again and again and again and again? At what point do you catch it and say, you know what? This is not for me. Or I need a different strategy. I need to do something different because this isn't working. Maybe this is not the right time for it. Are you hearing me? Maybe this isn't the right time. Maybe this isn't the right path. Maybe this isn't the right method. Pay attention to what's happening around you. Don't be oblivious. Okay? Some of you are oblivious. Some of you are so religiously minded, you're missing the signs. You calling it the devil. You calling it a root worker. You calling it witchcraft. You calling it a demon. When it's you and your choices. You are dealing with the consequences of your choices or the lack of making a proper choice. And then you want to call it a devil and want somebody to pour some oil on you and cast it off and pray it away. That's not going to work. It's not going to work. And so they pray and go through all their spiritual calisthenics and slap their hand on your head and I bind it in the name of Jesus. I cast it out. Loose it. And you fall out and kick and spit and bubbles and roll on the floor. And then next day you got to come right back and face the same issue. Because you didn't change anything. You didn't change your mind. You didn't change your word. You didn't change your direction. You didn't change your choices. You just went right back into the same old stuff. And all you did was get sweaty and get dirty and get tired and go home. That's it. That's it, people. Okay? Nothing changes until you change it. And nothing changes. You don't change a thing until you change you. Change starts with you. Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you hear the words that are coming out of my mouth? Change starts, ladies and gentlemen, with you. You want things to change? You change. You can't change people. You change you. You change you, how you deal, how you interact with people, what you allow, your boundaries. And then that changes your circumstance and your situations. Are you hearing me? So I'm trying to get you to understand. And I hope, though, everyone who's been asking me this question, well, why is all of this happening all at one time? Yes, indeed. Why is all of this happening at one time? What is it that you're missing? What is it that you're not listening to? Why do you keep running into the same wall, running into the same obstacles, running into the same situation, circumstance, and problem? Why is it that everything seems to be falling apart? Why is it that everything that you thought was going to work is not working? What is the universe trying to tell you? What is it that the Holy Spirit is trying to reveal within you? What is the direction and the guidance that it's trying to give you? What is the Spirit trying to nudge you toward or away from? That's the right question. That is the right question. You asking all the wrong questions. Why is it? Why won't I get this? And why if I can't never see it again? And why this always? And why is this all happening? No. You need to be asking, what am I missing? What am I supposed to learn from this? What's trying to emerge within me? What is it that the Spirit is saying within me? Have I sat quietly with my own thoughts and listened and gone inward through mindful meditation, transcendental meditation, transcending this three-dimensional plane and taking a glimpse into the life of what I call future so that I can see those things which are to come and then now begin to make the necessary preparation in the here and now to make my pathway smoother. Nobody can do that for you. No preacher, no prophet, no guru, nobody. Not a minister, not an imam, nobody. The only one who can do that for you is you. You. You can go to the psychic reader, the palm reader, and anybody else you want to. The most that they're going to be able to tell you that I sense, I feel, I see. But at the end of the day, it comes back to you. What are you going to do? That's it. That's it. Good gracious, I ain't realized I've been on here that long. Okay, I gotta go quickly. All right, so that answers the question about why the chaos. Why the chaos? So I don't need no more inboxes about, well, why is this happening and why is that happening and things that you telling me it's gonna be like this for the next 20 years. I'm gonna have to deal with all of this for the next 20 years. No, you need to answer the question. And then so that you can begin to set and chart your own course and create the flow for where you want to go for the next 20 years. That brings me to the next point, ladies and gentlemen. This energy that is available, this energy that has built and is accelerating, that is catapulting and creating this dramatic ever-growing, intensifying flow of that is streaming you toward the next 20 years is there to serve your highest good. It is up to you now to set your intention to be deliberate, persistent, and consistent in pursuit of what is your purpose, your goal, your vision for your life. Now, let me tell you what that looks like. Because I can hear some of you audibly saying, well, what does that look like? What does that mean? Let me tell you what it looks like. It means that you have taken the time to sit in a quiet place and listen to your divine spirit speaking to you. Listen to the voice of God speaking from eternity. Internally is eternity. Let me say it again. Internally is eternity because your soul is eternal. Did you catch what I just said? That eternity is internally because your soul is eternal. So God is speaking from eternity into time. Your conscious mind, from not out here. God's speaking from eternity into time. No, not up there. In here. God is speaking from eternity into time. Your conscious mind. Are you hearing what I'm saying to you? God is speaking from eternity from within your soul, your divine spirit, into time, your conscious mind, giving you clear insight and direction and a clear, vivid picture of your original intent for being in this plane of consciousness. Reminding you, helping you to remember, put back together your reason that you agreed to come into this plane of consciousness at this moment. That is your purpose, your reason for being, your original intent. God is speaking from eternity into time, reminding you of why you are here, so that you can formulate your vision of your life, your highest version of your life, the goals for your life based upon your original intent for being here. Let me say that again for the people sitting in the back. Your goal, your vision, your version of your life needs to be based upon your purpose. That is your reason for being. Why you are here in the first place. Why you agreed to enter this plane of consciousness in the first place. The future, if you will, future in quotations, that you designed, co-created with God for your life prior to your coming here. And God is speaking. God, the source, the all of everything, the creator, the progenitor, the originator, is speaking from eternity, from within your divine spirit, your own divinity, into time, into your conscious mind, to reveal to you your reason for being, so that you then can consciously begin to formulate your vision that aligns with your purpose. Your vision, the highest version of your life, your goal that aligns with your purpose. Because goals and vision that don't align with your original intent for being here will only lead to frustration. That's what I said. I'm going to say it again for those of you that's a little hard of hearing. Setting goals and intentions and visions that are outside of the parameters of the purpose for your being here will ultimately lead to frustration, because they will never come to fruition, because they are not a part of the reason for your being here. When you find your reason for being, you align yourself with that truth, with that reason, with that purpose, and purpose aligns with passion, and passion brings about prosperity, and everything begins to flow freely, easily, and it picks up speed as this kinetic energy catapults you toward what you are designed for. It's being drawn to you, and you are being drawn to it. So the two sides are coming together for a collision, on a collision course that will cause an explosion of purpose within the earth, an explosion of the supernatural, of miracles, an explosion of supply, unlimited, infinite supply in your life, all because you tuned in to the voice deep within you that's constantly speaking and giving you guidance and showing you those things which are to come. Your proof that you have the presence of the Spirit of God within you is not whether you speak in tongues. That's the evidence of speaking in tongues. That ain't no evidence of nothing. That's the evidence that you done learn how to speak a language. That's all. There ain't no evidence that the Spirit of God is within you, even though you don't need evidence. The evidence that you have the Spirit of God within you is the fact that you're still breathing. If you didn't have the Spirit of God within you, then you wouldn't still be breathing. You wouldn't even be in this place. You would have transitioned out of here. But the true evidence that you have aligned yourself with that divine spirit, ladies and gentlemen, is your ability to be able to hear and take its direction. And then when you hear, it sets you on that collision course. You heading toward purpose, purpose heading toward you until they collide. Man, and that's the place called rest. Dread day. There remaineth a rest for the children of God. There is an eternal place of rest where everything just flows easily as it should. That's when you get into the place of purpose, where purpose and preparation meet and collide. And you have this explosion, this river, this waterfall, raging stream of joy and peace and happiness and fulfillment flooding every part of your life. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Can you feel me with both hands? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Are you catching what I'm saying? Is it resonating within you? Did y'all get that? Did you get it? Did you get it? Okay. Hey, Octavia. Hello, Raymer. Hello, Chaplain James. It's good to see you on, man. Hello to all of you over here as well. Are you hearing me? Okay. So I am calling you back to the place of prayer, meditation, study, read, research. Man, I started posting about that earlier today. I was on a writing roll this morning. I tell you, I felt this philosophical writing just emerging within me. I just started to write and post it all on that other platform, the blue app, that one. You know, the old one, Zuckerberg. Yeah, that guy. I can't say it on this app, just like I can't say this on this app. But you know the one I'm talking about, and started posting it there, and you should read it, man. If those of you who are not following me over on the Blue app, you should come over to the Blue app and follow me there so that you can see all of the things that I'm posting over there that I can't really post over here. And those of you who are over here should come over there to the other, you know, the one that sounds like a clock. Yeah, that place, so that you can hear all the things that I put over there. Just follow me across all the streams and all the platforms. That's the best thing for you to do. Follow me across all streams and all platforms, okay? So you don't miss out on a thing. But I've been posting about this all day long, how important it is for you to feed your mind and take care of your body temple. And that you are reading and researching, and that you are studying, that you are exercising, that you're meditating, that you're praying, that you are actively engaging in your divine generosity, that you are spending time in disciplining yourself through fasting. These are all the keys to the universe. These are all the keys to unlock every door that will ever be in front of you and give you access to infinite insight and information, unfettered, and cause it to emerge and flow freely, streaming up out of you from the place of eternity into time. Okay? All right. I think I'm done. I'm checking to see if there are any questions over here. Are there any questions or concerns or comments over there? In either place, put it in the comments right now in these next few minutes, because I'm getting ready to sign off. I told you I wasn't going to be long. Double tap that screen over here. Double tap that screen. If you want to give a gift, you can do that. You see the goal that's set up there. Oh, there's 8 of you that's already done that. Well, let's get some more. Let's reach the goal. Go ahead. Give some gifts if you want to. You're not obligated to do it. If you want to, do it. Okay. All right. Any questions? I'm looking at the comments. Looking. I don't see anything popping up. All right. I want to give you an opportunity to sow seed into this platform. If what you've heard tonight has been a blessing to you, has encouraged you, has empowered you, has enlightened you in any way, then I am asking you to generously share by sowing a seed into this platform. On this platform over here, use our Cash App. It's already in the description above. It's $emerge LEC. $emerge LEC. You can give your gift in that manner, or you can purchase one of these gifts like one of the teddy bears and other things like that. Whatever way you decide to support, I want you to know you are appreciated. I thank you, and I appreciate your support and friendship. Those of you who are watching over on these platforms, I'm going to put on screen right now the ways that you can give and be supportive of this platform. You can use any of those that you see on the screen right now. Let me move this banner out of your way. There you go. You can use any of those that you see on your screen right now to give and sow your seed tonight. Again, you're not obligated to, but if you choose to, if you see the value in the information that you are receiving from this platform and you'd like to contribute in a way that helps us and supports us, I want to give you the opportunity to do so. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for your participation tonight. If you're over here on this platform and you're not following me, you need to follow me. Follow me. I promise you, I will follow you back. I mean, as long as you're not a bot. Now, it's like we got some bots over here. Now, I'm not following bots. Okay. And don't follow to unfollow, because when I find out that you're not following, I'm going to unfollow you. Okay. So follow me. I'll follow you back. Follow everybody that's in here as well, especially those top givers that are up there. I think they're like 4 or 5 of you that are in the top givers. Follow them as well. Follow everybody, and everybody follow back on the others. Those of you who are watching me over on this other platform, this is so difficult not to call the names of these platforms. This is so silly. I don't know why they like that. They're so territorial. But those of you who are over here, thank you for watching. If you're not following me, follow me. Send me a friend request. I'll be glad to accept your friend request as long as you're not a bot. Okay? I'll accept your friend request. You can come on, follow. And if you'd like to become a partner with the Emerge movement, simply shoot me an email to the email address you see on your screen. You guys don't see it over here, but it's emerge.lifecenter@gmail.com. And I will send you all the information that you need to become a partner with the Emerge movement. It's very simple to do, and partnership has its privileges. I promise you it does. You can ask some of the partners that are already on here. All right. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you for tuning in. My time is up. Have an absolutely wonderful night. Take advantage of this wonderful time period that we are in. And remember to be mindful. Be very deliberate and intentional about the choices and decisions that you are making, because every choice and decision that you make is now setting and plotting a course for your life that will span over the next 20 years. So choose wisely. Be intentional. Be smart about the choices and decisions that you're going to make. Be very deliberate about your circle. Don't waste time being connected with people who are not able to feed your soul, not able to support your growth, and you are not designed to support theirs. Don't waste that kind of time, man. Don't. That's not being mean. It's not being ugly. It's being intentional. You don't have time to waste on unfruitful, unproductive relationships. If it's not producing, if it don't make money, it don't make sense. If it doesn't make purpose, if it doesn't push you higher, if it doesn't elevate you, expand you, if it doesn't make you better, then it doesn't make sense to hold on to them or that in your life. Let it go. You don't have to be mad. You don't have to be upset. You don't have to get closure. You don't have to fuss. You don't have to argue. Simply let it go. Walk away. Be at peace and let it go. Oh, I wish I had more time to talk about that piece right there. Maybe I'll do another live and we'll talk about that a little bit more. Okay? All right. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful evening. And I'll see you back here on our next live broadcast. Okay, I don't know why this video not playing, but it's not. Let me try it again. Not playing. All right.